Marc Cameron, how could you possibly hope to be the champion if you can't even hold that belt around your waist? Knowing the treasure you used to possess, thought you'd be a little bit more careful about where you keep it. But tell me, how do you fare with moral dilemmas? Because I want to keep this challenge alive. So let's say we have a multi-battle. You take a partner of your choosing and I will take one of mine. But if I win, I get another shot at the UPF World Championship. But let's not forget that your UPF career will be on the line in that battle as well. For if you lose the championship, you'll leave the UPF. And if you win that multi-battle, well, let's just say that there'll be footage released immediately of you and your partner. Choose carefully, champ.
And it's time for some more exciting action in the UPF. Welcome everybody, we have Jerome Moonraker versus Kick Rocks in our opening battle to kick things off in April. Let's get things started. These two trainers have kind of been a bit quiet recently. Jerome Moonraker has been targeted by Don Pokemon as part of his recruiting tactics, which can and have come off as a bit toxic. And Kick Rocks, well, he's been quiet ever since he lost to Fenrir months ago. So this is a 3v3 singles battle in Pokemon Showdown. We have Garganacl versus Espeon, Kick Rocks with Espeon, Jerome with Garganacl, and some Salt Cure onto Espeon, bringing it down to 67 already. Low kicks out for Kick Rocks now, and Iron Moth from Jerome. A good mix of older gen Pokemon and new gen, and that Flamethrower from Iron Moth takes out low kicks. Great start for Jerome. Espeon, who's already pretty low, a third of the way down. Flamethrower from Iron Moth. Ooh! Big momentum from Jerome to start off. Up 3-1 right now, but Corviknight with that type advantage. The Flamethrower not doing so much against the Fire Terrestrialization of Corviknight. Iron Defense, possibly going for Body Press. And Garganacl, ooh, that Body Press will make things so much worse for Garganacl with that raised defense. And as many of you may know, Body Press gains its power from a Pokemon's defense. Iron Moth out for Jerome. Body Press, and there it is. That takes out Iron Moth. Huge damage. And now Jerome is kind of backed against the wall because both his Pokemon left are weak to Corviknight right now, and they don't have any special attackers. Breloom is now taken out by another Body Press. Iron Moth was Jerome's only hope against this Corviknight, but that Fire Terrestrialization was enough to halt it. Amazing strategy from Kick Rocks here, and showing that even when you're down, you are not out. Corviknight raising its health with a Roost and then uses Body Press to take out Garganacl. Killer showing. Did not let Jerome stop him when he was down. And Kick Rocks picks up yet another win to be 3-2, while Jerome continues on his rough luck 4-8. We'll see if Jerome can pick it up soon and where he's going to end up in this whole UPF civil war right now. Same with Kick Rocks. Two very questionable trainers.
I don't know how many times I have to say Master Rio's name before he answers, but I'm tired of waiting. I'm staying out of all this dumb Pokemon business, and instead, I'm putting out an open challenge, a 6v6 double battle in April. I'll be waiting to see who answers the call. And Master Rio, I know you'll be watching.
Don! I'm sick and tired of these games. Stealing the UPF World Championship, the reason we're all fighting, the reason we're playing Pokemon in the first place, that's too far. But of course you won't own up to it, because then you're in trouble with more than the UPF. So now you're avoiding a one-on-one. And instead you want to do this multi-battle? Fine. I'll play with your little games, but how long can you prolong this? I will play along as I have to, even if it means exposing myself, because I know you have nothing on me. So now, I just need a partner. Fenrir, what do you say? I know we've had some history together, some pretty rough history. But do you want to take down this psychopath?
You know, I don't care much for Marc Cameron or Don Pokemon, if I'm being honest, but lately it feels like Don Pokemon is stealing my shtick. And there's one thing I don't like, it's plagiarism. So for now, if I have to choose a side, I'll stick with Marc and the UPF. I'm not happy about it, but it works. And once it's all over, I have a big surprise for the champion anyway.
Don versus G. I don't think I've met G. I haven't heard a lot about him, but Don I've heard a bit. But I don't know him very well, but I heard he went missing, but that's the extent of my knowledge. Moving on, however, let us get to this battle. I'm interested to see what happens. So G starts off with Audino and Latios, a good and interesting pair. Ooh, but Don starts off with Dragonite and Scizor. That's in terms of type advantage, that's a good start to counter G's. Oh, but the Latios gets the first move and Dragon Impulses the Dragonite, but Dragonite is rather bulky and takes it fairly well. Ooh, and that weakness policy that may end up to bite him in the butt. Ooh, and that U-turn that does quite a bit to Latios and allows him a free switch in to Mimikyu. Ooh. Oh, and a Dragon Dance. That Dragonite is poised and ready. Dual Wing View. Oh, and there goes Latios. Play rough. That doesn't do much to the Audino, which is trying to lower the Dragonite's attack down, which is probably a good idea. Ooh, and a Bombness. No, that's a very good counter. And it is 4 times weak to it after all. But it doesn't see Dragonite cares because it immediately makes it faint. That Dragonite is very dangerous. Swords Dance. And that Mimikyu is also becoming that just as dangerous. Simple Beam. Okay, that makes a bit of sense. When the hail that the Abomasnow created, that is a bit of a double-edged sword. Noctowl, interesting. Oh, and it looks like he's Dynamaxing it. That makes it very powerful, but it only lasts for 3 turns, so let's see. Ooh, dual wing beat. There goes the Audino, so that just leaves the Noctowl as the only one standing. Play rough. Ooh, that did quite a bit. Noctowl has... looks like a third of its health, and a max airstream. And the Dragonite, again, takes it fairly well. I believe this is the end. After all, I don't think it can come back. Up, and Dawn decides to add insult to injury and Dynamax his Pokemon as well. The question is it Dragonite or Mimikyu? It's Mimikyu. Alright then. Nope. And the Dragonite just takes it out anyway. Up. And congratulations, Dawn, on your win. And G, you did your hardest. I have to say, it was a rather interesting battle.
I lose my one shot at the UPF World Championships. And don't even get a single day to recover. Instead, Don decides to call me out and blackmail me, cornering me into one of the most difficult decisions I've had to make in my career. Either abandon the UPF and join Dawn, or stay with the UPF and continue the journey to being the greatest trainer on the planet. He makes some good points. But in the same way they say you should never meet your heroes, you should never try chasing your dreams, because it will only crush you. They left the fate of my father's murderer in the hands of a fucking Pokemon battle. Son, we'll join you.
The mighty have fallen. Who would have thought the UPF World Champion, Marc Cameron, the guy that I despise the most, is asking for my help? Jesus Christ, man. It's one of them ones. It's one of them ones where you need me for help. The man that you despise the most, the man that you screwed out of the world title. So you lose the world title. You got the world title stolen from Don the Pokemon, which the guy that I beated like months way back, and you're asking for me to beat him again for the third time. I'll accept, but you need to understand one thing and one thing only. You're not a worthy champion if you're losing, if you're getting your championship stolen. You need to be alert of all times, and I don't see you focus. I see you complacent. A complacent champion. A champion isn't complacent. You need to protect that belt at all times because as you said, the Machamp and the Gyarados
were both yours and your sister's legacies for the UPF, and your sister would have been ashamed for you losing that belt. I'm just angry. I'm going to take my anger out on you, Froxy. I'm going to take it out on you. See, I haven't forgot about that first loss you gave me. That third loss you gave me. And I have to repay you back because I'm the prospect hunter. I will take everyone's 0 and I'll turn it into 1, like I did to Rio Maestro, like I did to Kicks Rocks. And I'm going to do it to you. And I'm going to tell you right now what we are facing in, what our match will be. Actually, what our match will be. It will be a 3-on-3 Pokemon battle. So choose your 3 Pokemon wisely, because I'll be choosing mine. See you out here, chumps.
Fenrir, we meet again. This burden grows heavier by the second. How I wish you could stop me. But unfortunately, I think that we both know that that's not going to happen. You just don't have it in you. You're going to fall. And then the next. And the next. And the UPF Championship is all but inevitable.
Today we have Fenrir going up against Thruxy, and both of these trainers have a lot of wins under their belt in the league so far. So let's see how the 3v3 singles format treats them. Right off the bat, we have Thruxy's Gengar up against Fenrir's Glimmora. And Gengar opens up with an aggressive Shadow Ball to take over half of Glimmora's health away, and it simply retaliates with some spikes to perhaps hinder Thruxy's Pokemon later down the line. Another Speedy Shadow Ball is going to do it right there. Glimmora is down, and Gengar has not even had a scratch on it yet, but Chen Pao might be able to make a difference to that already. A Sucker Punch is gonna get rid of all of Gengar's health had it not been for the very handy Focus Sash on it. And a critical hit Sludge Bomb is gonna take Chen Pao out. The only chance Fenrir has left at this point is its Iron Valiant, and a Shadow Ball in retaliation is gonna take Gengar down. Right now, we see that Dragonite's going to be the answer to Iron Valiant here. Iron Valiant's still pretty fast, but might have an advantage against the Dragon type if Dragonite remained a Dragon type, but it is now a normal type thanks to the Terra Energy. A close combat does take Dragonite down, though. Fenrir did find a way to take advantage of the fact that Dragonite has changed its type, and even though the Moonblast didn't do the trick, the close combat certainly did. Arcanine's Intimidate's going to make that a little difficult, though, and Moonblast is not going to do a lot, only 35%, but if Arcanine was planning to use a special attack, that is more difficult now that the stat has been dropped, but a Flare Blitz doesn't make a difference. Right there, Fenrir has lost, and Thruxy's Arcanine has saved the game. It was a lot closer than it looked in the beginning. Thruxy looked like he had the clear advantage, but Fenrir was not backing down so easily, and in the end, Thruxy was able to take it.